I have your attention, please?
You got the touch.
This is the kind of thing that just tickles my balls.
Not ramping down. Just getting started. Nothing stops this train. Who are you?
Oh, you better be joking.
There we are. Look, that's all we had to
We
do.
started after the video ended. So if I'd ended the video, see, we'll know that next time. Okay. Now let's do our mic test. Go ahead there, Justin.
Check 1, 2, 3.
You sound good to me.
I hear an echo.
Is it on your phone?
And my phone's I bet it is on my phone.
You got to turn that down.
Now. No echo.
Welcome to Here to Chew Bubblegum 2.0, Man in the Mirror.
Our first episode ever.
Episode 137. Well, that's about what it's like, but we've been going how many weeks now?
I don't even know how that math works out because we did it all right there. So is this it's been 2 weeks since we've been live together?
No, man. It's been longer than that. It's
3
been,
weeks since we've been live together?
Almost 3 weeks. Tomorrow, I guess we'll make 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah.
It has been a while. And we got our lovely producer here said that we sound great. Got one of our good friends in here with us, Mr. Bowling Cox.
How's he, Bowling? Why can't I see chat? Give me chat.
You have to click on it.
I see it now.
So somebody forgot his computer this morning.
Yeah.
They're using a cell phone stand of mine. We're not going to hold that against them.
But we're back live together, and this is just more fun.
Yes.
Plus, we don't have to worry about my shoddy internet.
Dude, your internet was fine, man.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it went out like 15 times.
Did you know that now the second episode of the Chris Benoit, that started out just a little bit slow, but within like 2 or 3 days, boom, the numbers and stuff for the audio version went up. I've not looked at the live version, but I know our live versions, way up over 50, 60, and that's pretty good, because we knew it would take a while to pick up steam. So
yeah. And that, I think that's probably something people that listen to audio the whole time don't realize. We're building the video because, we never really had any video on the website for Here to Bubblegum or on YouTube for Here to Bubblegum.
Yeah. And, and we're going to be bringing the YouTube page back to life. I still do not have our emails.
Yeah, but we got the one show email though, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, no. We have to have our individual emails.
Yeah.
I'm a big click about that.
We've got like 2 or 3 different
what
things.
Lucy says about you.
Well, and not to have to worry about your sassy pants. Well, yeah.
Hey, we have my buddy Cody in here.
I don't have them on today.
Sound great on his. And he does have his Dolly Parton shirt on.
I do have my Dolly Parton shirt on.
And when he first came in, I thought his hat said Captain, but it actually says Fender. And then he explained to me what Fender was. I already knew that.
I didn't know.
So, well, hey, So, what did you do over break?
A lot of hiking,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of sleeping, a lot of eating, a lot of nothing really.
Okay.
Wait, no, I went to Nashville. Yeah, I was in Nashville for a whole week actually. What time? Unplanned week in Nashville. What time you were going?
Well, that is all right. Is everything good in Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you were on a pirate ship, right?
I was on.
You was trying to get booty on a pirate ship.
You could call it a mouse boat. So I was on a Disney cruise.
Oh, so it was Disney.
Yes, it was
Pretty fun.
Yeah, that was the second time I've been on a Disney cruise. And I've been on one Carnival cruise. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed my grandson. You know, I mean, we just took him home yesterday, and he'd been with us almost 3 weeks. So I enjoyed watching him interact and do stuff. He's hilarious. I mean, some of the stuff that he comes up with, he goes around saying these nuts and we had 3 excursions when we were there. We were stopped in Mexico, we stopped in Jamaica, and we stopped at Disney's little island, Castaway Cay. Mexico sucks. I will never go back there. We had to walk for hell and ever from the ship to the actual place where you get on the bus to go to this water park. But the entire country of Mexico is 100% tobacco free in public. You cannot use tobacco in any shape, form, or size. The only place you can, if you chew tobacco or smoke, is in the privacy of your house. You cannot even do it in your own backyard.
There's a lot of places like that, though. Like, that's become.
Yeah, but that's that's just like too.
It's
strict,
weird. Like, the outside thing is weird. Like, at work, but work, there's basically nowhere. The job I've got, there's. It's going to cost you your job, but it's not because of the tobacco there. It's because of the flame. So I can kind of understand that, but we'll be in areas that there's no existing gas. You know what I mean? Like, there won't be gas for months and you still can't use it.
Well, that is, I can get that. Now, Jamaica was nice. It was hot as hell. So I'll never go back to those 2 places.
Well, now they've got a killer bobsled team.
They actually do. And that is one thing that they did not mention when we were driving to, we drove to some waterfall. My family hiked up it. I didn't. I sat at the bottom by the bus and in the shade.
Oh, I just hit the table again.
Stop that. And then we went and swam with dolphins. And I made out with a dolphin. It actually kissed me.
I wish I'd known that story, because there is a killer story about this woman, and I'd have to get. There was this guy that was doing research on dolphins, right? Uh-huh. And he, I forget what he was trying to prove, that dolphins could talk, even though they don't have voice boxes and stuff. But they're really intelligent. So they flood half this house, right? Mm-hmm. The lower section of this house. And this woman ends up living with this dolphin all the time as his research assistant. And, she ends up giving the dolphin just a handy here and there, right? Because it made the dolphin calm down. And that happens occasionally. Dolphins are really horny. And so this woman gives this dolphin a couple.
Who told you dolphins were really horny?
It weighs out in the science. So there's enough anecdotal evidence that they're horny creatures. So she jerks off this dolphin for God knows how long, and they finally realize, look, she can't. The dolphin's not going to be able to talk and communicate. So they take this dolphin and send it to Sea Lab, Sea World, wherever they send it to.
Quest.
Yeah, and the dolphin gives up on life, and they do this. Dolphins commit suicide. They go all the way to the bottom of the tank, and they just never resurface for air.
Really?
And everybody's all bummed out over this dolphin, and the scientists that were over the dolphin at this new facility was like, well, yeah, you jerked it off and then you left. So you ended the relationship, and the dolphin committed suicide. So never jerk off a dolphin, because if they get attached to you, they'll kill themselves.
I've never jerked off anything except myself. What other kind of creatures have you jerked off?
Not a dolphin. I mean, I've never had the opportunity. Possums, raccoons, things like that.
Okay.
You gotta.
Hey, there's nothing at all wrong with that. But
I know a guy used to tell people all the time, "A man don't jack his dog, ain't no man." I'm not much of a man. Though,
no,
so.
I am not either. I am not either. Did you know that you can milk cats though? You can milk anything with nipples. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That weirdly fascinates me. I love cats.
I do too. They're delicious.
What cat milk tastes like?
Oh, I don't know.
Chinese food's good, so the meat's good.
Yeah, but we had a good time. One of the things that I don't eat a lot of like ice cream and sweets and stuff like that, but they had these little, how you would get your drink at a restaurant, at a fountain drink.
Yeah,
they had that. I had this big ass cup I bought from Walmart before we went. It was like 44 ounces. That way
dolphin penis on
fill it up. How did you know?
That's the best thing to take on a cruise is a dolphin penis.
And but they had like right next to that, or close to it, they had a soft serve stand. You go up, you pull the combs out of the thing, you fill the soft serve up, and you've got ice cream. So I have nipples, Goose. Can you milk me? I sure can, my friend, and I would love the chance to milk you.
The day we wax my nipples live, we will try to milk Boland's nipples. I think that's too.
Hey, we have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see if he can be, because you said anything with nipples.
Yeah.
So I say we try.
Boland?
Are they teats? Boland likes the word teats.
Are you
they teats?
Are you up to the teats? See, I would say up to the test, but I said up to the teats. See how I did that?
I like that.
So thank you. Speaking of bowling, we do need to get our ass in gear, and I'll blame myself and start recording some stuff with bowling that we're going to do some video stuff.
Let's go to Richmond.
Well,
somewhere.
Okay. Now I've come up with a name for our like on the road stuff. Are you ready for it? Because I'd like to pick out some dates that we could go.
Yeah.
Have our first like live or show on the street, and then maybe the following Sunday be in Richmond. Do a show, then film a bunch of stuff with bowling.
Yeah.
What about? Well, yeah, I don't guess you can open up a calendar because you don't. Let's see here. Let me see.
You don't want me planning ahead.
Why? Well,
you need me to take. You need me to sit down, and my wife has to plan ahead because my wife knows what days I don't have something done.
I will remind.
I know in August I'm going to see the band Ginger.
When?
I don't know. It's during the week though, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well, do you want to?
And then when's Pikeville Comic-Con?
I don't know. We should be on that website.
I don't know. We're going to be live there. Ain't we?
Yeah.
We need to start advertising it. Why are we not advertising it?
I don't know. We should be on the website.
Let's milk bowling there and wax my nipples.
Well, we probably won't get invited back to the Comic Con if we do that.
We might not to do that.
Let's see. The Pikeville Comic Con is. I'm on their Facebook page, and it's on August the 26th.
Okay.
So
that's the end of the month.
Yeah. We're supposed to be on the poster. Let's see.
So that means
they're on the website or something.
The 22nd is not a weekend, right?
No.
Okay. So sometime around that, my family will expect my presence.
Where?
With them.
Okay.
In general, that's the day of my birth.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So how old will you be?
41.
Oh. How does it feel to be 41?
Just like 40 and 39 and 38 and 37. Everything was not fun after 21.
Oh, you just didn't have the right time. So you said the 20 is yours really the 22nd of August? Wow. That is cool. That's on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mine,
me and Boland was born the same day. We are paternal twins.
Well, mine's December 22nd.
Wow. Really?
For real. No shit. So, but it's a few years, earlier.
Elliot Spookies is October the 22nd.
Is it really?
I have no idea. Man.
Okay. Man,
I just want Elliot to be able to talk to us again, but Bobby won't let him.
Cool if it was. Let's see.
August 26th is Fight for Your Rights daughter's birthday.
Yeah, that's my buddy Cody there.
Happy early birthday.
So, well, what about, let's see, today, and this will give us like 3 weeks. What about and then our
Lucy's
lovely
is
producer,
August 12th.
That's
All
right.
great people were born in August.
Yes, there were, because my son's is also in August.
See? My papa's was August 16th.
Now, August the 6th, I may have to do a show from the road. So, do you not want to ask why?
Well, I'm afraid to ask.
Why? Why?
Because it could be like you could be on the Blow Bang bus or anything. I don't know. What are we doing live from?
My son is treating me to a Reds game, and I have not saw the Reds play baseball in a long time. And he actually has already has the tickets, and they're right behind home plate.
Wow.
So
we've been talking about, it's weird. I say I don't like baseball, but I do like a good live baseball game. We've been talking about going, but my daughter and her fiance, me and him like the same team. We're both White Sox fans.
Right.
So they don't play the White Sox during the year. So we thought about going and watching play the Cubs, because they play the Cubs maybe up in September. So
yeah, but I mean, a church actually took me the last time I went, and I was about 14, 15 years old, and I never got invited back anymore after that first.
Well, if you tell them a
trip
Catholic
to
priest,
baseball
they
game.
generally won't let you hang around.
Sadly, they were not Catholic. So.
Oh, you were just cute then. They didn't care.
I was cute.
Yeah, they didn't care.
Cute.
You didn't even have to be
No,
Catholic.
but I had this little bitty bat that I
yeah,
bought.
that's the part the Catholic priest like.
No, it was like a miniature Louisville Slugger.
Yeah, it'll grow.
Yeah. Have you ever saw those though for real?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay.
Till puberty. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like
Okay.
they're about this long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going around once we got back on the bus. People had popcorn and stuff like that, and I was a mean little shit for a period of time. And I was taking that bat and I was hitting people's popcorn, knocking it out of their hands, and everybody was getting mad because it was spilling all over the floor and everything. And then they put me up front behind the bus driver, and I'll never forget this. And he was also like the youth pastor or some title like that, something to do with youth. Yeah. Come out and we'll talk about Jesus, and you watch the Reds play.
He might have just been on a registry sometimes.
Well, he could have been. But anyway, I got up there and I got set behind him, and it was a girl like across the aisle from me had something. I can't remember what she had, and I swatted hit with the little bat, and he in one swoop grabbed my bat and threw it out the window of that bus. And as he was like, "Give me that damn thing." So
wasn't very Jesus of him.
That was not very Jesus, because I think I spent about like $10 for that.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. I'm gonna tell you.
I lost my little bat. So, but I still think I have a hat somewhere.
Oh.
And that was a long time ago.
Stories with Goose. The youth minister took my bat.
Probably had herpes. He did, and he threw it out the window. So, but like I said, I never got invited back on any more trips like that. I don't know why I did shit like that. I mean, it's like I wouldn't mean to people
because it was funny.
Well, yeah, I just like to aggravating people. So, but. That taught me a lesson that man hated wood because he threw my bat away. Okay, so back to the dates for our load on the road is what we're going to call it.
What's the weekend after the baseball game?
Well, that's the 13th, 20th, and 27th.
So the 13th is the very next weekend. The next Sunday is the 13th, right?
Yeah, and then the 20th is.
Let's do the 13th.
What for the live on the street one, right? Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me write this down.
Well, we don't have to go out of town for it.
No.
So we can do it any weekend. So hold on a minute.
Okay.
If we're going on the road, let's go on the road the 13th.
Okay. Well, when do we want to do the other one? Because we have to get it scheduled.
The on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it. What weekend will be Comic-Con? Because we'll be doing it from there live, right?
Yeah. What did I say? The 26th is what I said.
So let's do the Sunday before that. No, I can't do Sunday before that. Yeah, we can do live on the street Sunday before that. So 13th on the road.
All right, give me 1 second here. Let's see. It is August the 26th. So
is Comic-Con.
Yes, sir.
And And then
let me go back to this here. All right, wait. So August the 20th, that's on a Saturday.
So the 27th will be
on a Sunday.
Is that open on the 27th?
What do you mean?
The Comic-Con?
No.
It's not?
No. It's
Well,
just
let's do our on the street
one
the
day.
27th.
It's just one day. So you want to do Comic-Con on a Saturday, and then our load on the road.
Oh, what? No, load on the road will be the 13th.
Okay. Of what?
Of August.
Where are we going to be at?
I don't know.
For then.
We'll have to figure that out. That's our
Okay.
load on the road. We need it on the street. Thought we was using Easy E's idea of the on the street.
We are.
We're doing that.
We are.
So we can do that. What's the weekend after the 13th?
The 20th.
Let's do that the 20th. Yeah, let's do our on the street the 20th and our on the road the 13th. Does that work?
Okay. So where are we going on the 13th?
I don't know. Let's figure that out.
Okay. So on the road, I'm just going to put load on 8/13.
Yeah,
okay.
we're dropping our load on the 13th.
That's right. And then on the
And we're taking it to the streets on the 20th.
20th. Okay. So, all right. No, that makes sense. And then the following week on the 27th,
we'll show the
we're
we'll
open.
play the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We can play the show from the Comic-Con on the 27th. It wouldn't necessarily be live, but everybody would kind of get to experience it live. We could do it live and then, something. We figured that out.
Would you want to do that? And then maybe the 27th, that next day, or September the 3rd, go down to Richmond and meet up with Bowling?
Possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure.
Why aren't you writing that down?
Because I don't know that that's going to be a definite.
Well,
Because I can't think that far.
How do you know the others are going to be?
I don't know. We're killing Bowling.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, we have to call them and make sure the place we want to drop our load off is open to receive that load.
That's true. We got to figure out. I mean, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do.
You changed it to what? Meet on the street.
Oh yeah, meet on the streets the 20th. A load on the road, ain't that where we go? So I don't know. We'll do this off air because we're confusing shit up.
How about you
next
make
weekend?
that up? How about you make that up?
Next Sunday, we'll have you some sort of schedule for what we're going to do. A schedule.
Yeah. I will be dropping a link in just a moment, so everybody hang around. When I do drop the link, feel free to come on the show, or you can
drop your load.
Call in. Yeah, you can do that as well. Let's see. We will definitely give you a heads up. For real, 110%. So, look at that.
It's good to be king.
It does not get any better than that.
It's good to be bowling.
It sure is.
I've polished them before.
I was going to say something else. Oh, live on the street. We already did that. So
taking it to the streets. Taking it to the streets.
Now, okay, we come up with some fancy names. Load on the road. Meet in the street. We need to come up with some more.
Okay. For what?
I don't know.
That's like names too.
Okay. Well, we're going to start out and read some listener email, and I'm passing my sheet back and forth.
So I get to go first?
Yeah, man, you're first this week.
All right. This email's from Mr. X. Goose and Justin, I hope that you two are doing well and having a great summer. I want to thank you and tell you both how much I enjoyed the Chris Benoit shows. I used to think he did it. Then I listened to your show and don't know what to believe. I'm pretty much the same boat, buddy. I've done some reading online and think that it really does need a second opinion. You two together are very entertaining, and you also educated me with that episode. Please never stop doing this show. I'm a bigger fan than I was before. Roswell, Mr. X. Thank you very much, Mr. X. And me and Goose talked about that quite a bit during that show and stuff. It definitely needs to be reinvestigated, and it's a shame because that's what we were talking about. If the families, because I didn't know as much on that end how that worked as Goose did, if the family is satisfied, I guess the state is the only one that could reopen an investigation, but they would need some good indication of it being a murder.
You would have to have some big like facts come out
Good
for
evidence.
them to do it.
So like I know the chances of you never know. You never know who's going to listen to a show, but like if you if you was to know something about that case and you actually listen to this show and no matter how trivial you may think it is, call that local police department and say, hey, this may mean nothing, but I heard this, seen this, know this, whatever the case may be, because and do that any type of case, because like you never know when you're going to have a piece of information that could change everything, because there's just some oddball cases out there. Did you see the thing the other day about the lady called her family and said she seen a toddler beside the road?
Yes, and then she went missing.
Yeah, like that's I've not really dug into that. My wife was telling me about it yesterday, and that is such a wild situation,
I've not got a chance to dig into it either. But
well, she's not either. She's gone. She's missing.
Oh.
Well, I mean, she's got other things going on right now,
Ouch.
She'll look into it when she comes back.
Okay. Let's see. This was from Zed. Zed's not wrote in quite a while. Justin, what are the names of your books? Where can I buy them at?
I write all my books under the name Jane Doe.
No, he doesn't.
The books are Coal Kingdom, which was the first one,
Mm-hmm.
Creating the Perfect Slaves, which was the second one, Voices from the Rabbit Hole, which is the third one. And the first person that'll comment what movie the title of the show came from, Here Chew Bubblegum, can have this copy. We'll mail it to you. Just give us our address. And
I know it. Can I go ahead?
No, you cannot.
Oh, well, that sucks.
And all of those are available either Amazon Prime, and they're available for Prime free shipping and all of that. And then there's also 2 children's books that I always kind of forget to mention, and not because they don't mean anything to me. I just, my son is so good at plugging them. I've done 2 with him. One, Everybody's Different Just Like Me, and the other one's The Boy with Super Hearing. Both of those are on Amazon Prime and available for Prime free shipping. And occasionally, if you live in Eastern Kentucky, there's a store in Hazard, Kentucky called the Red Spotted Newt. They've got all kinds of really actually good books. You can go in there and get the good books, but occasionally my smut's in there too, and you can go in there and get it.
Well, that I wouldn't call it smut, but you've
not read the stuff I didn't produce yet. I didn't publish it.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
it's smut.
Are you ever going to use a pen name?
I thought about that when I started out, and I almost did. There's certain ideals that I would consider that. But no, not like it would have to be something I didn't want anybody to know I wrote.
Okay.
Something like if I wrote about our romantic relationship, like I would probably,
that would be like someone else I know. That would be a total blind bullshit.
I mean, I could,
And Zed has a question for me. It says, Goose, I follow your other page. Your missed opportunity video really makes you stop and think. Can you give an update? No, not right now. So
it's a good video.
Thank you.
Like your content is really, really good.
Thank you very much. There is a lot I could say. There was some stuff said again and posted this morning as he was farting in his microphone. And I am not joking. He stood up, turned around, bent over, and farted in a Rode microphone.
You got to get good sound quality.
So, you definitely do. So,
and that's something I don't think you advertise enough. They're like this is not all we do. And we've talked about at some point bringing all of this together.
We will very, very soon.
If Goose has great stuff produced on Static and Noise. And that's something that, you really need to check out and you need to look into. Like it's great content, and we're gonna do some kind of like crossover stuff where we do some more Static and Noise type stuff on Here Chew Bubblegum.
Yes, sir.
Fight for Your Rights. Independence Day is not the movie. The what's the same as the show title, Here to Chew Bubblegum, but the line is, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And what movie did that come from? Let's see here.
Oh, see, he's lagging. So, you can't, you have to cut him a little slack there.
Let's see here.
Was it your turn to read? Yeah, because I handed it back to you.
I'm going, this is from Brent. Hello, Goose and Justin. On your AI music show, you open my eyes to how far technology has come in a few short years. I saw an AI version of Johnny Cash singing Barbie Girl. It really sounds like him. Do you guys think that it will advance even further? Take care, and Roswell.
Good question. I actually heard the song. I wish I'd, and I meant to download it, but I didn't. But it does sound exactly like Mr. Cash. And
I've not heard that one, but like I've heard some Beatles songs, and I've heard somebody doing a Nirvana song, and then I've heard Kurt Cobain doing somebody else's song. Like they sound like it.
Right.
It's hard. Like
that's what she said. It's hard.
Very seldomly for a woman, but it's hard for me to like, and I wonder if it's because I know it's fake to go, oh well, that doesn't sound real. You know what I mean?
Sounds,
but like, or at least it sounds like I can hear the difference. But I wonder if it's because I know it's there. Like if I didn't know, would I really be able to hear the difference?
Oh, let me see if I can.
But I definitely do think it will get better. Like, I mean, that's it. I worry about where AI is going to get. My son's favorite AIs right now are Trump and Biden arguing. And it's stuff that Trump and Biden never said. And it's even got video. And, you can tell the fakeness of that. But at some point, you're not going to be able to tell.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, I've actually found this. Let me let's see. Well, if I can go back.
I wanna go back.
That's Eddie Money.
Do it all
over. Let's see.
I wonder if I get AI of me singing songs, but it like good. Like it would use my voice, but they would sound good.
I don't know,
because I want to sing Michael McDonald songs.
Let me try this. Okay, so this is an AI version of Johnny Cash singing Barbie Girl, and that's not the pod. That's not. And
turn it all up.
Well, okay, let me hit play. And nothing's happening. So that is awesome.
It's not Bluetooth thin. The PC's Bluetooth thin.
Yeah. No, I done it. Okay. All right. Damn, man. I swear, usually, we were getting so good before we took the break. And then you had to recommend me taking a vacation.
I mean, you needed
one. And then all this just bullshit just kept adding up. And here we are, like our first day. I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, so here we go.
I'm a Barbie girl.
So that's about it. Sounds like. Again, this is not really Mr. Cash. This is an AI computer program of him singing Barbie Girl.
As far as you know.
Yes.
Could be him. We don't know.
Maybe. If the damn thing.
He did some weird stuff.
All right, here we go. Play.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Oh, come on, Barbie, let's go party, 'cause I'm in a Barbie world.
What do you think about that?
It proves the point that everything Johnny Cash does is good, because I actually kind of like it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's Johnny Cash. Like, it does sound a lot like him. Again, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I can tell that's not really Johnny Cash. But can I really? Or is that just the arrogant human mind going, yeah, I know that's fake? Because you already know it's fake. Because it's pretty daggone good.
I'm going to be honest with you. It sounds, I think great. It sounds just like him.
It does. It sounds great.
I don't like him singing that, because at that particular stage in his life, that's when he was the man in black, and then he's,
well, maybe he wanted to be the man in pink.
A badass attitude, and then here he's talking about being a Barbie girl.
I like it.
So, are you going to undress him? Well,
in a Barbie world. I'm sorry.
No, man, sing some more, please.
No, I'm not saying.
No. Come on, it's awesome. Do it some more.
That's a banger. That's what Bowling Cop said. You don't hear me sing no more.
Let's see. Oh, I like this one here. This will be the last one from Mad Scientist. And I don't think this guy has wrote before. Lucy actually likes it as well. So
she got a good taste. I like it.
Let's see. The Mad Scientist says, thank you both for turning me on to Luke Fugit. His show is amazing. If anyone hasn't listened, they're missing out, or, they are missing out. When can we expect him to burn Justin's garage down? I mean, do the science experiments.
I think he'll do fine. I think I will probably end up doing the damage. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We need to get with Lucy Goosey and Luke and figure that out. We need to build a set too. We need a Mr. Wizard set. All of you people out there are talking about Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't know what type of gifted life you had, but I didn't have Bill Nye the Science Guy. First of all, he's not a science guy. Second of all, he's kind of stupid. But I had Mr. Wizard's World.
Mm-hmm.
Far superior show.
Those were old reruns though, right? Whenever you
they were old because they were older, yeah. But I like Mr. Wizard's World. Watched it every morning before school.
Can you hear yourself in your headphones?
No,
I just remembered.
I never did. I can hear you in my headphones.
Okay, those are mine. All right, go ahead.
You're really loud now. I'm really loud.
Okay, so that one's yours. Can you hear it better now?
No, you need to turn that way down.
Okay.
Now. Right there.
Okay.
No, go back up. Go back up a little bit. Seriously, go back up. I can't hear anything now.
Well,
it goes from nothing to really loud. Right there's good. Right there.
Okay, so now you can hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Cody says Elvis Presley sings "Baby Got Back." Hey, I will have to check that one out.
That again, that would interest me. I have this weird. For some reason, I like Elvis Presley. I like
Elvis Presley.
My grandmother on my mother's side listened to Elvis all the time. I despised her, but I love Elvis. And I
what's your favorite Elvis Presley song?
In all honesty, for a long time, it was In the Ghetto for a long time.
Isn't that a Christmas song?
No, that's
born in the ghetto.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But now, Suspicious Minds become
that's
probably
what I was going to say.
favorite.
My favorite one was
because like
the
live versions of Suspicious Mind are really good.
But Dwight
and Baby Got Back. Dwight Yoakam's is better.
Does a better job on Suspicious Minds.
Yes. Got no band, Randy. That's my favorite Dwight Yoakam.
There you go. I'm going to show a video for those of you that do not follow me on TikTok.
Oh God, is this the nude one with me and you?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. No. Well, yeah, don't show that.
No idea what this is.
Don't show that.
But I'm going to show this video that I posted on TikTok earlier in the week, and if you've not saw it, please just sit back and enjoy it. So, and I think I don't do share screen, do I? Because I do present. And then video file. That's it, right?
Video.
Okay.
Video file.
And let me see what it's. Okay. Go to the desktop, and here we go. Okay. So hit open.
That's you. I've seen that before.
Yes. And it should. Is it going to pop? Yeah, it's going to pop up and play.
Years old, and it comes from Inside Edition. I'm sorry.
Give me 1 second. So let's back it back up here. So we got to get over all this.
Greetings. Good morning, everyone. Now, this video is about 5 years old, and it comes from Inside Edition. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I've had several takes trying to put this together, and I do apologize for finding this funny. Let's get to the video.
It's happened again. Another sign language interpreter accused of signing total gibberish. This time it was at the police news conference announcing an arrest in the Tampa serial killings.
We will be charging 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Standing off to the side, apparently translating every word, this woman.
We received over 5,000 tips in this case.
But it turns out much of what she was signing was nonsense. She waved her arms around like she was singing Jingle Bells, says one outraged sign language expert. The woman, identified as Derlin Roberts, has a string of arrests for fraud. So how did she come to be translating at last week's high-profile police news conference?
I just didn't ask enough questions.
Tampa Police Public Information Officer Steve Hegarty told me the woman simply showed up out of the blue and offered her services.
My immediate reaction was, I didn't call for a sign language interpreter, but that's great that we have one here. I let her in.
Basically, you had again, I apologize. I'm very sorry. Basically, you had a serious press conference where you capture an alleged serial killer. And someone just walks in off the street and tells you that they're a sign language expert. And the public relations officer immediately thanks them and puts them on television. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've ever saw this. What's your thoughts on this video? Comment and let us know.
Oh, but yeah, that is it. Let's see. You're gonna have to unmute your mic. It says Justin.
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I keep it muted.
Gotcha.
Through my phone.
Got you. Yeah. So you have a press conference where they're talking about, they've captured this murderer. This lady, for whatever reason, pulls one of the best practical jokes ever. Walks in off the street, tells them she knows sign language and she would like to interpret for them. And he's like, "Oh boy, I didn't call for one, but yeah, come on up here." And she gets up there and starts going like this, And there's another one that I saw where the lady actually at one point, and this one's from out west, I think. She like does something like that, and then starts doing something else, and it's just, whoa.
There's two reactions you can have.
Okay.
To that. I don't feel like screw it. The lady should get in zero trouble. She
didn't get in any trouble because they said it was not illegal. It was just immoral.
It was just her interpretation. It's not immoral. It's funny. If she was on hidden camera show, like, it would be celebrated. If that was on the new Johnny Knoxville show, it would be celebrated. It was hilarious. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I bet a lot of deaf people really got a kick out of that because they've got closed captioning too. So a lot of them are probably using closed caption. They're like, this idiot has no idea what she's doing. I thought it was exceptional. I really
thought
did.
It was great. I really did. I thought she did a hell of a job. And when I first saw that, I thought Bolin would do that. Bolin would do that
in a
I
heartbeat.
Could see Bolin doing that in a heartbeat. And but the way she was going like that, and but that was the little video I was going to share with us that I thought was pretty funny.
Bolin made a comment personally a minute ago, and I gotta echo that. The showing the TikTok. Oh, it's in our chat.
Oh, okay.
The showing the TikTok in the show, like, that is a big advantage. If you're listening to these audio wise, that's how I listen to most podcasts. But if you get the chance to go back and listen to these on YouTube and stuff, on the replay, if you're not catching these live, you get to see a lot of that. You get to see that, a lot of live interaction with us, but you also get to see stuff like that. It's really cool that we can integrate that now. And, that question earlier about how far AI can go. Look at how far, just entertainment in itself could go. If 16-year-old Justin had the ability to get online and talk and have all these people listen and have video, I probably would have chose a very different career path in life, So it's really cool. So if you get a chance, check out our YouTube page and check out the shows on YouTube, even if it's just going back and catching certain clips. And I will get back to making clips for
Here to chew bubblegum
and for TikTok. Like a lot of people probably don't, like, I'm on one of my annual sabbaticals from
the English language. Can you not tell?
from what am I trying to say? From social media. And so I will make those clips and send them to Goose, and Goose can put them up.
All right.
Because I feel way better without social media.
I'm going to let's see. Bolin says show the video of the cop riding the bull. I will. I don't have it. I actually had that one saved in my computer because for some reason here in the bunker, I can't pull.
Can't make it play from our phones or whatever.
So, but I will have that, my friend. And I'm going to drop the link right now. I know we've only got 3 in here on just on YouTube, but if anybody does want to join us, please feel free. You can just come on up. We will put you on.
Now, we're streaming anywhere else, though?
Yes, we are streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter.
Yeah.
So
throw
that out there.
Now, if you're making comments and we're not responding to them, that could be the issue.
Well, they should be coming in here, hopefully.
It could be
StreamYard.
It could be.
I think that's how it works. Hell, I don't know, dude. All this streaming stuff, this is the live video. This is all new to me. So, but it is a hell of a lot of fun.
It is. I like this a lot.
I do too. I did post on the Static and Noise YouTube page the link and the little picture that I made, and man in the mirror. Didn't get to use it all. When
That's me.
So yeah, I've got your face blurred out because I didn't want to scare anybody.
Well,
off.
yeah, I mean that's understandable.
so-
You blurred my face and all the advertisements, prior to me showing up. Bobby didn't know it was me. Everybody else knows me. Bobby didn't know it was me, which he don't listen to the show, so it's not like he cares.
Yeah, he does. He listens to the show.
Robert the Butcher doesn't listen to the show. Elliot Spooky listens to the show.
Yeah, well, yeah,
because Bobby can't stop him all the time. But yeah, Bobby didn't know it was me. Elliot knows me.
We're going to welcome Cody to the platform. Hey, brother, how's it going?
Hey, yeah.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Justin, Cody, Justin.
Hey, buddy.
You know, here?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
How's it going, bub?
It's going good. Going good. It's been a hell of a few weeks.
Oh no, I was just jumping in.
I've let's see. Can you hear me okay? Is he a little bit low on your end, Justin? We're trying to figure out some way to turn him up there. But it's going good. So got a few little things that I'll bring you up to speed on later on today when I talk to you.
I think he might be froze.
Is he froze?
All right. Sounds
No,
good.
he's not froze, man. He's just tricking you. So he is just tricking you. Okay.
No, I'm here.
Sam. Okay. There we go.
I
See,
got a little bit of a lag behind y'all.
Oh, so he's having experience lag and then respond to the questions.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that sucks for some reason. Hell, that's probably on our end back here, man. Justin's getting stumbled around and taking a sabbatical from the English language, and can't really do a whole hell of a lot. No, I'm just joking, Justin. We had though in the format after the video where we're just going to mention social media and so forth. And I know you're an advocate and do a lot of stuff on social media. And we just lost him. Well. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can join us again there. How do we close that out? I'll figure this out. But Justin, how often do you get on social media, and what is your favorite social media platform when you aren't on sabbatical?
That was a lot of the problems. I spent a lot of time on there.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I guess it comes down. What's the biggest, most addictive one is definitely TikTok.
Okay.
And I didn't have TikTok for a long time. Like I was a real late adapter to TikTok, and it's what caused me to really take. Because used to I would just stay on a while, take a break, stay on a while, take a break, and that worked really good for a while. But then once I got on TikTok, I just quit taking breaks, and TikTok kind of took over. Now, once I get all that out of my system, and I'm not as bad as I was, staying on there all the time, and I do come back, it'll probably just be to Instagram.
Okay.
Because for some reason, the algorithm on Instagram don't show me a bunch of negative stuff I don't want to see. And as long as I stay away from reels, because video to me seems to be the problem, I don't spend, like I'll get on, check Instagram and stuff, stay caught up with people. And that's what sucks about Facebook is most of the people I know are on Facebook, but Facebook's algorithm just sucks.
I've not been, I've been on Facebook very little the past couple of weeks. I have been on YouTube a lot. Now
I don't,
and I get on TikTok a couple times a day.
Social media?
Yeah, because it has the community tab where you can post different stuff.
I guess that's true.
You can't chat. I mean, you can chat on that, but yeah, I've been on that more the past couple of weeks than I have
still use
TikTok
it.
or anything. So
I still use it.
And
Pornhub, is that social media?
Yeah.
I'm definitely still on social media. Never mind. So, but now TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, I never got Twitter. Do you have a Twitter account? Do we have a Twitter account?
Yes, we do have a Twitter account. That's how we're on Twitter. I've not. Hell, when I logged into it, I had to.
I've tried Twitter twice and it's just never stuck.
I've got a personal one, but I could not tell you what it is.
I don't understand the appeal of Twitter, I guess is the issue. You know what I mean? Like, it's words and stuff. I like vidges. I like vidges and pictures.
Well, where they put the limit on you, I still don't like that. You know, we should be live on Twitter.
Goose.
What's
that? Nobody limits Goose.
That's right.
Nobody
exactly
puts Goose in the corner.
See, we are live on Twitter right now. So the week before, free balling surprise.
Yeah,
we were on. You know,
free balling. So do you think you have an issue like with? Because I do. Like there's no doubt in my mind. Like if we say we had a rain day at work, we really didn't get to do anything. We had to be there for 8 hours, and I've log 8 hours on TikTok.
Really?
Like I would. I mean, that obviously couldn't happen all the time, but there would be days that would happen.
Right.
All it took was for me to get into a groove of good videos, stuff I thought was fascinating, like static and noise videos. You know, it does not show me your stuff.
Really?
At all.
Now, see, there was someone else that said that.
You're shadow banned, I really do believe that because
I most definitely am.
I had to search out your stuff in order to find it.
There was a guy that I'm friends with on TikTok, and he messaged me day before yesterday, and he's like, "I've been trying to find your stuff, and it says that I have to follow you." He's like, "I've followed you since you first started," and so I followed him too, you know. So we have Cody backstage. He was live there and then dropped out to just a blank where a avatar would go.
Don't lose hope on us, Cody. We're trying.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I can go ahead and add him.
Service might be the issue too. He may not have great service where he's at.
Let's see. Ah, there he is.
I see
the
him.
man, the myth, the legend.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, we got good audio now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So what's your thoughts? I'd ask you on social media and so forth, you know, because I know that you do some lives and stuff here on YouTube and TikTok as well. For the last, and let me ask you this, Cody. The last, I guess, 2 months, every single time I have tried to go live on TikTok, it says that there's like not enough bandwidth, more or less. It doesn't say bandwidth, but it says something else. And it let me actually go live once, and I was in there for 5 minutes, and nobody came in the chat. And that was about 2 weeks ago.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I lost every account that I had that I could go live on TikTok with. So
you're starting over.
Yep, I started over. Nothing new to me though. I've got 113 permanently banned TikTok accounts. So
shit. Wow. They yeah.
But no, I haven't been on live much because, as you see, I have to be in the car. I have to come to Walmart or Starbucks to get Wi-Fi. We got moved into our place and we don't have Wi-Fi yet. So
well, hey, Home Depot and Lowe's usually has pretty good Wi-Fi. Lowe's has really good Wi-Fi back here in my neck of the woods.
We don't have Lowe's. All we got is Home Depot. So it is what it is.
I have never been in a Home Depot. And there's another one. Like there's three big chain. The what's the other one? Mentos or something?
Menards.
No.
Menards.
Yes, that's it. Well, Mentos is candy. I don't know why the hell I said Mentos.
Mentos freshness was fresh.
Have you ever been to Menards or Menards?
When I work out west, because it was only out west. Like when I worked Wisconsin or somewhere like that, that's where we'd get everything. Because like it'll have a tire shop, an oil change place, furniture store. I mean, Menards are huge out that way. Now there's one local now. Well, not kind of local.
Where?
You up towards Ashland.
Oh, okay, okay. But I don't know if you heard Justin. He's taking a sabbatical from social media, except for YouTube, because that's not social media in his eyes.
Or Pornhub.
Or Pornhub. He said.
I don't consider the hub to be social media either, unless you got kinfolk on there, which that just kind of makes it weird.
Yeah, I mean, but if you do have family posting videos on there, you need to support them just like you would. You know, if you've got a cousin that's really good at basketball, you know, you're going to go support his his stuff. You know, if you've got a cousin, she can take one better than any other cousin you've got. I mean, you don't know what the one thing is she's taking, but I'm saying, if you know, you should support her. You should get on there and say, you know, cousin May, you're doing a great job. We're proud of you. The family's glad to see you're following your heart.
You spit that name out awful quick.
May.
So that's
you're not wrong.
You
I guess.
can actually slip up. Yeah, you slipped up.
My cousin May's talented.
What was that, Cody?
I said he ain't wrong.
No.
You gotta support your kinfolk.
I agree.
What did you think of his phone calls that he's been doing here lately?
I liked it. It's been pretty good.
I was going to ask him a little bit ago when the video got done and we got off of something else. How about you call the Tampa Police Department and ask them, are they looking for a sign language expert?
That's fine, mate, because I'm good at sign language.
Okay.
This is where we go. This is where we go. This is where we get lawsuits.
All right. Give me how are we going to do that? Let me look the number up really quick. So we will do that. We're going to call the Tampa Police Department.
What was that woman's name that we need? I need to know that before we do it.
All right.
The woman that pulled that trick on to begin with.
Okay. Give me 1 second and I will find that out for you. Have you ever been to Tampa?
No. I've seen videos on the hub recorded in Tampa.
Okay.
That's the same difference.
Well, they've got several different numbers. So let's go with the one that has the most stars. That would be the second one. So, all right.
We need somebody in human resources.
Give me 1 second. Well, they're not going to be in on a Sunday, but you can, ask them. So let me write this number down real quick.
Internal affairs won't be.
Let's see here. I'm not going to say the number out loud because that will get us
8675.
No. Jenny.
867509.
Okay. Now, so you want to go watch the video again, right?
No, I just need that lady's name. Can you Google the name of the lady that got caught?
Give me 1 second.
I can't Google nothing. I forgot my computer.
Let's see. Fake sign language interpreter Tampa. Let's see what comes up here. Well, if I quit fat finger and stuff, it'd be all right.
I don't know. On the hub, fat fingers are a big
interpreter. Thing. So her name is no, that's not her. Yes. No.
That's near her first name.
Damn, evidently they've had that done to them twice. There was a Derlin Roberts signed alongside Tampa officials. Oh, maybe that is her. Okay. Here, I'm gonna show you her name so you can write it down.
Derlin.
Yes.
Derlin.
Okay. Let me, and it said her name in the video too, I think. So,
okay.
Thank you very much, Cody. I definitely appreciate that, brother. Let's see. You want to try? Let's try the number Cody give us first. That's different than what I wrote down. Okay. Now, do you want me to have the Life as a Highway music ready?
I don't think they're going to be happy about this.
Why?
Or sappy.
Well, dude, you're just interested in find a job. I'm
trying to be a good part of the community.
You're just interested in trying to find a job. I mean, man, come on. It's, hey. Okay, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Did you think when you come in the studio this morning, you'd be calling a police department to ask him?
I mean, to be honest with you, nothing surprises me at this point. Okay. Burn, you're dead.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Lucy. I definitely appreciate that. So let's see. Let's turn the Bluetooth up, and I'm going to turn my mic down. Here we go, Justin.
Thank you for calling the City of Tampa. Our offices are closed. Regular business hours are 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. The offices are closed on recognized holidays.
Oh, I've got another number I can call. Want me to do that? All right, let's try this other number. Hell yeah, here we go. Justin's in the zone. Yeah. 1. Okay. Again, I'm turning my mic down. And it's all you, Mr. Justin.
Officer Gillette, Tampa Police Department. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Darylyn Roberts. Could I get a hold of somebody in human services or human resources?
Human services.
Human
resources?
Yes, ma'am.
I can give you the number to human resources, but they're not open on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. Well, thank you. I'll try to get back with them on that then.
okay. If you want to just Google it, it's City of Tampa Human Resources.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do they have an answering service? I can leave them a message. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Google that up there. Let's see what
do what now?
Google that up there. Let's see what they
What
got.
was the name of it? She said.
Department of Human Resources. These are going to be the experts. We're going to leave them a message though.
Oh, okay. Well, what kind of message are you going to leave them?
Well, I'm going to offer my services.
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
I mean, I don't think she would have appreciated my services.
Well, you never know.
I should have. I wasn't. I had a live here. I should have thought.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, since we're on this, I'll tell you something. A video that I saw a while back that actually took place in Tampa. We may try to call here in just a minute. No, so she said human services. Is that what she said?
The City of Tampa Human Resource or Human Service. Human Resources.
Okay.
Yeah, Human Resources. HR.
Okay, here we go. So let's see what happens here.
I got to have a phone number to leave them. What phone number am I going to leave them?
I don't know, man. Just make up one.
I'll see. Okay.
I think that's the same number that Cody sent me. Let me look and see. No, it's not. Damn, they got all kinds of phone numbers there. So, all right, let's try this again. Fun with the phones. Let's see. And, well, shit, I accidentally hit him with my real phone. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see. So let's go back over here. And quality entertainment.
Here to
40 and 50-year-old men making prank phone calls.
Well, you still got to call a massage parlor.
Hey, it's fun. Oh, well, hell,
we gotta do
I'm
that.
all for that.
Yeah, do we have a local? We got to have a local one.
No, we don't.
I think we do.
Okay. It's all you, brother.
It's all done in the back of a trailer.
Thank you for calling the Tampa Police Department's main line. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Normal business hours for most operations of the Tampa Police Department are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For information in English, please press 1. For information in Spanish, please press 2.
No hablo español.
If you know the name or extension of the person you are calling, press 4 now. If you are calling to report a crime, thank you for calling the Tampa Police Department's records section. To ensure quality of service, this call may be monitored. If this call is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. For English, press 1. Para español, marque el número 2.
We're not going to get anything good.
To contact the non-emergency line or to file a police report, press 1.
Let's call it.
Okay, so let's let it bust. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to let us talk.
Now,
I can't even offer my services.
There's a guy there was a video in Tampa. He went to jail and then he got out, and I think he actually what about Jeremy? Then I think he actually may have went back to jail, and his name was Jeremy. He was the guy, Jeremy DeWitt, that has
why does that name sound familiar?
Oh, he's the guy that likes to play police officer and impersonate a police officer all the time. So let me see. Now he had a company. I still don't know if he had a company, because what they do in Florida is he had a bunch of like motorcycles and cars, and
funeral processions.
Exactly, funeral processions. But the guy, you've never heard of Jeremy DeWitt?
No. So what did he do wrong? What did he? Just impersonating cops during.
Well, he continuously does. He's actually on Dr. Phil as well.
So it's a psychological problem.
Pulling cards over.
Pretty much.
Trying to cite them.
Yeah, he was doing all kinds of shit. So, and you really never heard of him.
No, like the name sounds really familiar, and I'm assuming that's why, but I have not got a very good memory.
Okay, let me see if his company's still in business. Because I know he got out and then he had done it again and went back to jail. Metro State is the name of his company.
And what does the company do?
They escort funerals.
And what's his name? Jeremy?
Jeremy DeWitt. Okay. Metro State, Florida. Okay, so here we go. They evidently still have a Facebook page. They did have a business page. Oh, it says they're closed on Yelp. They've only got 2 stars. 28 reviews, 2 stars. Let's see what their number used to be. I thought they were still open, but like here's a picture of his motorcycles and their uniforms that they would use to escort funerals.
Oh, no, that doesn't look suspicious at all. Yeah.
Why? They even have ambulances and everything.
He has a problem.
So,
this is probably a rich dude that's like, got bullied in school.
I don't think that he was. He's
dumb.
Let's see. Hey, Baxter, Justin just said that number a few moments ago. No, but there's no number for him. Well, hell. So, funeral homes to stop using Metro State services due to stolen valor. I didn't even know about that.
A registered offender.
Yeah, that is right, Cody. He's also a registered sex offender. So
yeah, those people generally aren't good people all the way around. So I could see that happening. We do have a right up here next to Mickey D's.
Oh, okay. You're talking about that massage. Okay.
Rub and tug.
Okay.
Rub and tug.
Well, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to say the name of it here, but I will look that up
Let's
really
see if they're
quick.
open. It's Sunday. They should be rubbing and tugging on a Sunday.
I'm pretty sure they're open. So,
let's call him. Well, I got questions.
Okay. We can definitely do that. So,
I got questions. Ever since my Roy left me.
So are you going to call as a woman? Or
yeah, I want to call and ask them questions.
Okay.
I got questions about what they do when they do the little.
So what's this lady's name?
This is Marlene.
Okay. All right. Well, Marlene, get ready because
Marlene, I got
call them out of massage. Now, do you have any grandkids that are home with you right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I forgot.
No, I'm a sir.
Sir.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
sorry, sir.
Here it goes, buddy.
Hey, back.
Does nobody work on a Sunday anymore? Come on.
Maybe it's too early.
Not since COVID.
Oh, I thought.
You fooled him, Cody. Well, hell, I could have looked that actually had their hours up. But, oh, yeah.
They ain't never gonna open.
No, nobody there. So, hey, bust again. So, see, we're going to have to do this during the week.
Yeah, we are.
So,
let's just film a segment during the week.
Well, we'll have to do a phone call, or if somebody, if you guys watching right now or watching the replay, if you want us to do a prank call, just hey, shoot us the number, email it to us, and we will definitely do that. Justin is a master.
We
at that.
still got to call the place about getting the pictures printed out for Marlene too of her husband and her little dog's poopies.
Oh yeah, that was that was on the free ball. Free ball. Yeah, but we called. When was the one we called the Chinese restaurant?
I don't remember.
And I told her that was the.
Oh, and they win the dream of the house.
Yeah, they win the dream house.
Was that the same? That might have been the same episode.
Okay.
I don't remember.
We're going to help them start their dream house. Let's see. I don't even see the history there. Do you need to take a break or are you good? Okay, that's about what I figured. We're going to take a break.
I've got weekends
really quick. And wait just a second. Let's see what one of the comments
say
here. Oh, that'd be a good one.
Cracker Barrel.
That would be a good one. See, now we still have the time traveling Russian to talk about.
Yeah, we got maybe we might get to that. It's possible.
So, we should. So, we're going to take a break and we'll be back in just a moment. Let me go over here to this page.
I'm going to pee.
Well, you go right ahead. You step away, my friend.
I'm going to pee. And nobody else, everybody else, let's all go pee at the same time.
No.
Let's increase the flow. Well, me and you're going to pee at the same time.
No.
and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, are we back?
We are back, my friend. I am going to hide behind my picture just for a little bit. This is an actual. What?
That's an avatar. You're not moving. That's
it is
not.
Not. That is not an avatar. The secret is out of the bag. I am a character in Grand Theft Auto 6.
I could see that.
So
I can see that.
You know, here's some comments while we were away.
I see. I didn't.
So you didn't see that one, did you? Because you ran to the restroom. So,
I told you you can't dock and pee. That's like putting a water balloon inside of a Chinese finger trap. I told you it was going to make a mess and we'd have to kill it and there'd be stuff everywhere. No, my stream is fairly strong, but yes, I have trouble controlling my urine. I ain't been able to hold my bladder. Before my beloved Earl died. Before my beloved Earl died, he stretched my urethra.
Did you know you could take a pill?
For $2.37?
Yep.
I'll take it. It's like 70% function, 80 something like that, 80% kidney function. So
really,
yeah,
you really don't have 80%
in one kidney. Yeah.
Oh man,
it was. Well, let me rephrase it. At the time of the surgery during COVID, when they took that stone out, it had reduced my kidney function. I don't know if it ever went back up because I don't have insurance. So it feels like it's not.
You know, that's awful too. I mean, here you work full time, and you
do a lot.
You don't have insurance. But yet, I
I'm
know
working 9 to 5.
lot of yahoos who sit on the couch, don't do anything, and they've got the gold card when it comes to healthcare.
I've been working 9 to 5 most of my adult life.
Now, is that the reason that you have
my boss
a Dolly Parton shirt on?
Yeah. I wear a dress. I fix my hair. I go to work every day, and still, no. Actually, Lucy, that would work. And do you ran the ad for the Pecker Plug? Didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great product. I was introduced to the Pecker Plug on Raven Television Addict years ago, and it's an exceptional product, and it really, really, it's a great thing.
It is.
It is. But me and Goose dock a lot, and I've had to explain to my wife
do not dock a lot. We do not.
She don't know. She didn't know what that was, and I've had to explain that to her. So you can't wear it and dock.
No,
I told her it's kind of like a Chinese finger trap for wieners.
No,
but the problem is, Goose tries to pee while we dock, and that makes it swell up like a water balloon, and then it goes everywhere. And then, Goose, he's like, "Oh, look at that pee everywhere." And I'm like, "Dude, you can't do that while docking." You know that.
The same thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's
see. So I guess we're going to move on to let's see. Let's share some more of these here. Yes, we're going to move on to
moving on up.
The subject this week
to the east side
is a Russian who claims to have time traveled with mirrors.
Well, this is a weird deal. And
no, wait. Let me set it up. Now, you claim that we talked about this before on the show when Cronkite was on. I don't remember this.
I went back and went through all the old episodes, and I figured out 2 things. Cronkite has the sexiest voice in the history of all podcasting, and 2, I did not hear one.
Okay,
but I did. I went back yesterday and went through tons of them. But and it may have been the Spooky Family talked about it, or it could have been an Elliot's article. But I had heard it somewhere, I think, amongst us, whether we talked about it mentioned it on a round table or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I'd heard the story of the causer of mirror. I'd heard that numerous times before.
Now, what was his name?
The scientist was Zerkalo Kozryov or something like that. But he actually didn't do the experiment with the mirror. He was a cosmologist or astronomer or something, and he actually developed the idea and got the patent for it. But 2 other doctors actually produced the mirror and done the experiments with him. But what got me interested in this and what got me kind of asking you about talking about it is I was watching some videos on YouTube and kind of doing something else and not paying attention, and it pops up. I'm listening and I'm like, oh, they're obviously talking about DMT and DMT experiences. And then when I get in there, it's actually talking about the causer of mirror. So I'll give you a little backstory on it. The causer of mirror is a device made from long sheets of aluminum, sometimes glass or a reflecting mirror-like material, curled into a cylindrical spiral. Now, a lot of places in a lot of these different things make it out very important that that spiral is formed very specifically in the Fibonacci sequence, numerically or mathematically. It's alleged to focus different types of radiation, including that coming from biological objects. When those objects are placed inside it, Kozloff mirrors were used in experiments related to extrasensory perception, conducted in the Institute of Experimental Medicine in Siberia, a division of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Now, humans placed into the spirals allegedly experienced anomalous psychophysical sensations. Kozloff mirrors were shown in a documentary on Russian state TV channels, and articles about them were published in tabloid newspapers in Russia and the Ukraine. The CIA has files on the study, and it's even though that has been acknowledged, even though Freedom of Information Act, you cannot get copies of the files. But it's not been listed in any scientific journal, to be fair. There is a claim that during one of the early experiments in the Arctic village of Dixon, scientists placed an ancient symbol of Trinity into a mirror installation and perceived a field of force around the setup. The experiment was led by, there's no way I'm getting that guy's first name, Kalinichev, of the Russian Academy of Medical Science. So that's a little bit of background on this Kozloff mirror. Now,
can you repeat that? No, I'm just joking.
What got me, and basically, if you really dig into this, these people sat inside this thing, and it started out as a remote viewing exercise, right? So,
okay.
And then it kind of got down to a science. They're trying to scientifically prove remote viewing, and like if the Earth's electromagnetic field was in a certain position, they're claiming a success rate of 90%
Okay.
which would be really good.
Okay.
And that's cool. And that's what I'd always heard. Now, this is the part that I had found out in the last week that kind of threw me off. I was looking at this video, and it was translated interviews from Russian participants in this, and they were talking about experiences they had with what they perceived to either be aliens or spirits, but also that not only were they able to, I guess, communicate ESP wise, but they were able to time travel, or what they perceived as time travel. There's one guy that said he basically went back and seen himself as a kid, and there's so many. It's not like there's one or two examples of this. Hundreds of people were put in these things, and it was always something like that. Either they time traveled, but they started meeting these entities, and they started seeing these symbols, and these symbols were, ancient symbols that come from actual earth, earthly places. They're coming from earthly civilization, but they're extremely old. And that started to intrigue me because that's the part I came in on. And then coming in on that, I was like, well, now hold on a minute. I thought I was watching about this Kozloff mirror. That sounds a lot like a DMT experience.
Okay. Now that's something that I'm interested in and know a little bit about. What about you, Cody? Do you know about DMT and that's meditation and stuff, right? And
no,
it's not. Okay.
No,
your body does produce it naturally and you can get it from meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's indigenously produced. I'll give you DMT is a substance. It's substituted tryptamine that occurs in many plants and animals, including humans, and which is both a derivative and a structural analog of tryptamine. DMT is used as a psychedelic drug and is prepared by various cultures for ritual purposes around the world. Now, the thing with DMT is, like Cody said, it is produced indigenously in the body. We can't track it. We don't know exactly where it comes from. Used to, they'd say it came from the lungs, and then they said it came from the pineal gland. Now there's no trace of it really in the lungs, no trace in the blood. Well, there's the newest with the newest studies that Rick Strassman and them done. It's not produced in. They can't show that it may not even be in the pineal gland.
No,
they don't know. Yeah, they don't know where it's at. So it's a weird thing.
It's actually in the spinal fluid. You have to raise your spinal fluid up into your brain, and then it releases at the top, which is right at your pineal gland. And then whenever it releases, it drops back down.
Pineal gland?
Pineal gland.
Oh, okay. I thought you said pineal gland. I'm sorry.
Pineal gland.
Yeah. It's the gland that people call your third eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that's the weird thing is, all right, DMT in the structure that you'd refer to as a hallucinogenic drug is reproduced by man. But now ayahuasca, that's naturally occurring tryptamine found from plants and other things. And that's the weird thing is in all these places. But now if you read a lot of stuff McKenna done on it, he found these things called machine elves. And these machine elves sound really, really similar to these entities that these people in this Kozloff mirror are claiming to see. Also, the symbolism and the things that are popping up in these DMT. So, if you look at, me, I'm not a believer in ESP or anything. I'm still not. And it's weird that I pay any attention to this other stuff. I understand that. But so that part of that never really intrigued me that much. But then when I found that similarity, now if you look at holotropic breathing, that is something that is basically the same effects of a hallucinogenic drug, but done naturally through meditation and breathing. You look at what they see. It's the same thing that you get the reports from the DMT. It's the same thing. It sounds very similar to the same reports from this Kozloff mirror. It sounds very similar to reports of things people are seeing and having happen during near-death experiences. It's very similar to things that people are having happen during high psilocybin, high dosage psilocybin. Whereas something like LSD, which is not indigenous in the body, it's completely man-made. You may have a psychedelic experience on that, but the type of experience is very different from, say, DMT or mushrooms or the Kozloff mirror. And I thought it was weird how much those things tied in together.
That's I've read a little bit about this. Now, do you actually know how to do it, Justin?
To do what?
The time travel with mirrors.
No, I don't. And that, so there's the question, like you can buy those Kozloff mirrors.
Yeah.
But there's the question is what are they doing?
Can't you also use aluminum foil?
Well, now most people are using.
No, I know. And Cody thinks I'm joking, but I actually read that when I was reading up on this a little bit.
You can make a Kozloff mirror out of thin sheets of aluminum. That's what I read. The same thing, that it's more of the reflective property, I guess, that matters, because the actual scientists that come up with it was purely an aluminum structure. There was no mirror to it. It just, for whatever reason, gained that knowledge. Now, he thought that he would be able to use that to see what he considered the ether. See, the guy that came up with this was a big proponent of the ether, that, obviously everybody thinks anything else travels per medium. Fish travel in water, birds travel in air, everything has a medium to travel except for light. Light travels across space with no medium. Well, he says there's this thing called the ether that exists, and it crosses them. And then he was ridiculed for that. He didn't come up with that, but he was still ridiculed for that. That's actually an old Greek ideal. But he did, basically into what we ended up finding out being similar to black matter and things like that, or dark matter.
Well, in one of the pictures that I saw where it did mention aluminum foil, they had a picture. It was a illustration of a guy that had the sheet metal, and it was wrapped like, I guess it was as tall as he was. So it was over 6 feet, and he was standing in the center of it, and he had himself wrapped up in it. Did you see that one as well?
No, I did not. But now I did look at some of those, and like I said, I would pay that's one of those stories that when I heard it, I was like, okay, it's no different than, a lot of the stuff CIA done with trying to use remote viewing. And so when I first watched a lot of stuff off Kozloff mirror, I was like, well, what is there other than some just kind of superficial reporting? Then you get the three biggest things that they consider important in their findings were symbols from old cultures, contact with entities that were either humanoid or light entities, and then communication with life forms that seem to be more intelligent than because some people from this experiment claim to be on spaceships and everything.
Right.
Well, if you look at DMT and what three of the biggest takeaways, because just like those encounters with Kozloff mirror were very similar, DMT experiences are very similar. And three of the biggest takeaways there are knowledge from, symbols and cultures that maybe they shouldn't know, contact with entities, humanoid entities, light entities. And so it was a very similar thing.
Right.
And that got me reading something by Dr. Strassman. And he talks about this thing called the endomatrix. And by this point, I'm sure Bolin and the Dark Lord Robert the Butcher have already figured out this will come back to simulation at some point. The endomatrix, if you look at how a network works,
like a computer network.
Yeah, a computer network.
Okay.
If you look at how it works, you're going to need some hardware.
Even
if it's Wi-Fi.
Similar to a plumbing system with, like a public, like a city utility sewer line, all connected and
you look, you're going to have software, you're going to have hardware. Okay. Now, if Dr. Strassman, and he stresses this really big, these are theories. These are not, this stuff he worked on when he was at the University of, I think, New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
These are theories. They're not concrete. These are just things he's thrown around. But if there are receptors in the brain for DMT, just like there is for whatever, whatever endorphin is, if
Right.
we've got receptors and if there's a network in there for DMT, and DMT is kind of like the Wi-Fi of the brain that allows you to connect to whatever is supplying this, maybe that is what results in these people in the Cosroff mirror being able to communicate with these entities, these people on DMT experiments. And then that's also, they believe, and are having a hard time proving it because it's really hard. That's the strange thing. It's really hard to track DMT in the brain. They believe that DMT is completely responsible for near-death experiences or what happens to us when we die. Because a lot of those experiences on a really small level are connected, especially near-death experiences are very similar to DMT trips and these other things. And, everybody always says if we're in a simulation, we would know it. Well, maybe we are in a simulation that's a natural simulation, and maybe my fear mongering computer simulation fears I've been pumping out to people for the last few years is not really that much to worry about. But it's cool to me to think that we're all connected in some way, and then maybe this is that way, that this DMT thing is bigger than what they give it credit for.
Right.
And I hope that wasn't a half hour of jumbo.
No, man. Like I said, DMT and stuff that affects the brain and stuff like that. I think it's fascinating. Hell, time travel itself, that subject's fascinating. If you could tell me we could, chop off a fingernail and stick it in the microwave and we could time travel, I'd go home and do it.
Well, they told me that about thumbs, but they were wrong. You can't do that. Well, what if it's a combination of things? What if we look at, say, there's string theory, there's all these different planes. There's also a lot of people think that life is circular. Like you've got Big Bang, we expand, we suck in, and then there's people that think it's parallel. But some of the best theory I've read is that time all exists at once. Every one of our yesterdays and every one of our tomorrows and every one of our right nows all exist at one time throughout the entirety of the universe. And Kozlov, the guy that came up with this mirror, really kind of proved that with torsion.
Okay.
He would look way out at a star, and all right, you're seeing the light from this star. We know that light's coming from the past, right?
Right.
He can detect torsion only near that star, only near things that can distort gravity and twist it can he find torsion. So he would do the calculations and say, where's that star going to be 500,000 years from now? All right, let's point our array at that. Well, he got the same torsion field, and it was actually a little stronger than the torsion field was right now. Well, the further he would calculate the position of that star in time, the stronger the torsion field would get, which would mean that torsion fields could move instantly, unlike light. Light can only move at the speed of light, even though it's perceived as instant, it's not. Torsion fields could move instantly. And if that's the case, then that means that star existed in all of those places it was ever going to be at one time, but it was only viewable in comparison to our time, our position in time. So that's to say, yeah, that star's at point A today from where we are.
Right.
It's still at point B, C, D, E, and F. We just don't have the ability to view those points. So all of those moments in time happen at the same time. Well, if that's the case, then you look at my theory on extraterrestrials were always that they're us from the future, genderless, colorless, with no freedom of speech to talk, so they don't need a mouth, and they speak telepathically, and so they're us from the future. If they're here, if that's at least a possibility, then that explains why. And maybe DMT is that link to go, okay, I'm here today, but I can connect to tomorrow, yesterday, and then maybe things that I've never believed in the past, things like ESP, things, like that. Maybe they do exist, and they exist via something like DMT being in, something that, no, it's not in everything as far as we know, but we have such a hard time tracing it. It's in the billions in percentage in blood in humans. We have to go into the brain to find it in a really measurable amount. But we know it's in trees. We know it's in certain plants. We know it's in the acacia bush, the burning bush from the Bible. We know that DMT is endogenous in it. So with the right inhibitors, if you, just like they do with ayahuasca, if you just drank ayahuasca, or if you just took the DMT from the plants that's in ayahuasca, nothing would happen. But the other plants have inhibitors that allow you to not metabolize DMT before you can actually have the experience. You can have the trip. And, with DMT in regards of clinical DMT, you're looking at a 5-10 minute experience. With ayahuasca, you're talking about an 18-hour experience, so it's a big difference.
Now, when I was 16, I was at a party. And this was a big house, shit tons of teenagers running around.
This is getting sexy.
And so I'm going to the bathroom. And as I go by this one bedroom, there's a girl that's, a teenager. She may have even been 18. She was laying on the bed and she's like, help me. So I step in the room and I'm like, what? She's like, the ceiling is hitting me in the face. Okay. Now, seriously, listen. So I took a pillow and I just put it over her face. And I said, now, if the ceiling hits you, the pillow will protect you. And I turned and walked out of the room. When somebody is in the conscious, and Cody's laughing, when somebody is like in that mental state, would they be able to, is that close to DMT? Is that like?
Well, it depends what got them into that state, and that's kind of
acid got her into that state.
I wonder, because the experience on acid is generally very different than the experience on DMT.
Okay.
That's not to say that they're not linked, though, because I've not done either one. And you've got kind of two camps of thought there. There's two. The McKenna's camp was all psychedelics release you to some degree. They let you have some sort of, whatever to some degree. But
none compared to DMT.
Do I?
None compared to DMT. I've taken mushrooms.
Really? So you've done DMT and so forth. What does it feel like? What does it?
It's an emotional, spiritual journey. That's for sure. 15 minutes felt like 18 hours.
Really? Now, is this the same thing, or is it similar to where the Indians have, peyote?
No, peyote would be closer to.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be closer. But, really, and like I've not done DMT. Like I've done mushrooms and I've done marijuana, but I've not done DMT. Now, the difference to me between marijuana and mushrooms is extraordinary. So I would assume that the difference between mushrooms and DMT is crazy. And they've got a big study going on in England right now, and not a fringe study, not these out there doctors that nobody gives any respect to. Like, this is a legitimate study in England. They're trying to map the DMT realm, and that has multiple meanings, not just that they're trying to map it as a physical state, but also trying to map it in the brain and how you get to that physical state. So it's becoming, because DMT very well could be the key to ending definitely PTSD. The effects it's having on PTSD is just as strong as the effects that psilocybin mushrooms had on migraines.
So it is like, are people getting cured of PTSD?
Yes,
Really?
Yes. Now the hope is that further study, like the study they're doing in England, may impact schizophrenia, because then there's no proof of this. This is all theory, but the theory is that possibly dreams are more than likely caused by endogenous DMT in the brain. So also schizophrenia could be caused by, like the way dopamine could be an issue with, or serotonin could be an issue with manic depression, that DMT, endogenous DMT in the brain could be an issue with schizophrenia. And that maybe it's an overproduction of DMT and unregulated production that's causing schizophrenia, or possibly the lack of production at all. So, that's on the table. It could end up doing that. But depression, PTSD, there's a lot of really good studies out there, actual case studies where they've given this to people with PTSD, and it's really been promising that it can actually help.
That's, you've got me interested, because hell, I would love to have a cure for PTSD. I mean, I'll give you an example. Hell, I woke up at, I've been awake since like 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning. And
healthy dose of your local fungus.
What now?
A healthy dose of your local fungus.
Okay.
Eat mushrooms.
Yeah, because
I can eat mushrooms, and I do eat mushrooms.
In a lot of countries, they're prescribing mushrooms for PTSD. As well as migraines. There's no question to that at this point, to my understanding, clinically and scientifically, it will cure migraines. It's just illegal. That psilocybin mushrooms are just illegal. That's the only holdup.
Oh, where can someone find those at? I mean, you can't like go out and pick these in the forest.
I found them under horse poop and stop over.
No.
Did I not send that picture to the group? I found them under horse poop in Stopover, Kentucky, not a couple months ago. That's where they mainly in cow pastures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people grow them commercially. You can grow them at home, but it is illegal, But yeah, that picture I sent you, that's the first time I've ever seen them in the wild.
I actually forgot about that.
That's the first time I've ever seen them in the wild. I didn't know that.
Did you eat them that day?
No.
Okay.
Because they will show up on a drug test like anything else. I would lose my job.
Actually, mushrooms won't show up on your drug test unless they do a spinal tap.
They've been lying to us for years, because we've had we've had guys lose jobs over psilocybin, and it lists on our DLT drug test. It lists as one of the controlled substance on our DLT drug test. So I'm glad to have that information in my back pocket now. Like, sure, I won't do it. Because in all honesty,
and Baxter said Cody is correct.
Yeah.
They will not.
But I mean, obviously they're going to tell you it will, because they want to stop you from doing. Like, I'm not saying, like, I guess that's, some people view that as dangerous. Like, I don't view marijuana as a drug. I don't view mushrooms as a drug. And me and my wife argue over that all the time.
I don't think marijuana is a drug.
I don't view it that way. You can abuse it like anything. And I do believe that people under the age of 25, 26 shouldn't be using it. I do, because your brain's not fully developed. I also think those people shouldn't be forced to serve their country. They shouldn't be probably allowed to vote. Like they shouldn't be buying alcohol, which is the worst drug in the world. But something like mushrooms, I really do think there's more positive benefits to that than there are negative drawbacks. And I think it's pretty clear with the evidences out there that that's true. You're not going to overdose from marijuana. They've pushed that agenda as far as they can push it till finally science is like, no, we can't even lie about that. You can't overdose from marijuana. And I don't think you're going to overdose from shrooms, because you're going to puke your guts out if you eat too many.
So the whole war on drug thing, that's just so that we could stay at war.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the crack epidemic and how that come apart, and it's a war on poverty. It's a war on poor communities, and it's a good way to finance rebels in other countries. And they've done a really good job with it in the 70s and 80s.
CIA spread the crack cocaine in the ghettos. Yeah.
Well, and you're touching on something there. I mean, they don't really explain if you have, if you're in business selling illegal substances in the U.S. and you're large scale, they don't explain what happens to that person's property if they're caught or they're, and when they're sentenced to jail. The government gets it. The government gets their assets, and that's now widely known. But, back in the day, a lot of people didn't know that. They had no clue.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's insane the fact that Reagan was caught on recording talking about spreading the crack cocaine in the black neighborhoods, and then you have the medical field, which takes these illegal narcotics and gives them to you as a medication, but we can't go and buy it, sell it, use it on the street because the government's not getting their cut from it.
Yep. If it's not profitable for those people.
Yeah, they're not going to do it.
And they've come up with ever negative. And I hear, I've got a lot of family in law enforcement. And I've got a lot of friends, and I've heard the argument from a lot of them. You just don't really realize what marijuana can do. And I do realize what marijuana can do, but they are so indoctrinated through that. We get paid to put people in jail, and jails make money if people are in there. My state of mind that, they've become indoctrinated into, and it's going to be a hard mentality to change because the states that have went legal with it have proven it to be effective.
Oh yeah,
they have. Now California still has some issues with illegal grow ops up north, but that really is not a marijuana issue. That is completely and totally other issues in California, especially their immigration issues. That's not an issue of legalized marijuana. That's an issue they have other places.
I believe that.
They're illegal drugs everywhere for the simple fact that there's people that don't want the government to be involved in them in their lives. So
yeah. Which now, at some point down the road, I had talked to you and Bolin and the Butcher about my obsession with when I read that book about Manson and LSD, and then how I started tracking down from all these different organizations and how they linked up, and how that drug war and then also how that tied back to Kennedy and all these. I'd love to get into that one week and sit down and talk about that, because that's one of those things.
We'll definitely do that.
It's something that I've got a little obsessed with looking at.
So we can definitely do that, like murder mystery. Well, not mystery, because obviously
I'll send you the stuff I had and send you, because I've even got it charted out. I got real conspiracy theory on this. Like, I got charts of, the CIA is not only is the CIA here, and you can link them to this, and this, but then you've got I forget the name of that doctor, Happy Jolly West. Well, you can tack Jolly West. You can permanently attach him to Manson. He was also the last guy to see Jack Ruby in his cell before he went insane and said they're burning Jews in the streets.
Really?
Yeah. And presented himself as Ruby's doctor, and there's statement of fact on that, but he wasn't Ruby's doctor. And in all of his studies that he done for these colleges, and the experiment he done purely with LSD, more than likely he give Ruby a severe dose of some dirty LSD. And he was more than likely the guy helping keeping Manson out of jail, because if you go back and look, Manson should have been in jail 40 times before the Tate LaBianca murders. There's no way around it. The dude was a career criminal, and nobody could explain why he just kept getting smacks on the hand.
Right. That's we can definitely do that. When do you want to do that? You want to plan ahead a little bit?
Oh, well, I need time. Well, I'm knee deep in this thing.
Get your charts ready, because next week we're going to talk about midgets and duct tape.
We talk about that all the time.
Oh, okay.
Can we use that word?
What?
Duct tape.
How'd y'all get access to my dreams?
What's that?
How'd y'all get access to my dreams?
DMT, where it's a shared dream. You see?
It's collective consciousness.
There you go. Baxter says, wasn't that the same doctor that traveled with JFK?
Now, see, I can't say that that's not true.
Okay.
That very well could be true, because I had no idea of the link between him and him and Jack Ruby. There was a pilot in Texas that there was a little incident in Texas, and I don't even want to get into it. Like, he blanked out, and he just went off the rails and committed a horrible murder and had no memory. And Jolly West, he had been on a program under Jolly West. So yeah, Jolly West is far and away the most dangerous guy from early 50s up until the late 70s. And he just kind of floated.
But he has the friendliest name.
Exactly. Jovial, I can't remember his real name. They call him Jolly West, but like he sued for defamation of character. Like he was, and the government would support him on all that stuff.
Well, that's and we aren't. Do you see what Lucy says? We're going to talk about me next week. No, we'll never talk about you, Lucy.
You're not duct tape.
No, you're not. You're not a midget either.
You can't say that word.
What, you just said duct tape.
Can we say duct tape?
Dude, there is somebody on TikTok that follows me, and she is a little person, female, and her username is like midget woman. So
short people's got big problems.
Everybody
hands.
My dad was 4'11", so my mom's 5'1". I think I can use the word.
There.
So. Well, thanks.
I'm just saying, you're by guilt by association. You can talk about
for such small creatures. They have large titles.
What's that?
Midget.
Oh yeah,
Midget.
Get it. I like that one. Oh well,
out of here, guys.
Thank you very much. What was that, Cody?
I'm gonna hop out of here.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining. We're getting ready to wrap it up here. Thank you very much. Please come back sometime there.
Yes,
I'd love to have you back on.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, that is Cody. Cody, before you go, well, he's already gone.
There is one. Oh, there is.
Okay. Cody, before you go, really quick, could you tell, do you have anything set up now as of yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I need to get something put together.
Okay.
I really need to get it rocking so I don't lose this attorney.
You are not short. Are you really 5'2", man?
No, that's
okay. That is what I thought. So, okay. But Cody he's got an interesting story that, I've touched on some in some lives and other things. I've not made videos on it because it's ongoing and I don't want them to come back and try to use that against him. But, he needs some help and stuff, and we'll be talking about that later on. So, but that's Cody. Thank you, Cody, very much. You have a great day. Be safe, my friend.
Yes, have a great day.
So that was Cody.
Now, there was some medical information here that I think this is something
You left
DMT-wise that Bolin and myself are working on. The psychological response has been pretty well cited with DMT, but some other stuff is, according to dose response study in human subjects, dimethyltryptamine administered intravenously could slightly elevate blood pressure. Somebody's already checking that out, so we don't need to worry about that. It could slightly elevate heart rate and pupil diameter, and somebody's looking into that. But this is what myself and Bolin's going to work on, is slightly elevated rectal temperature.
Well,
So me and him are going to be doing some rectal thermometer work. And
y'all do all that case study that you want to. Welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What do you think about everything we've been talking about today?
Oh, I just popped in. Cody tells me everything about.
Oh, okay. This is Cody's better half.
Oh, hello. So. I didn't bring my computer today, so I either got to look at the chat or I got to look at the other side.
I can see y'all better. Like, I just want to pop in and say hello and thank you for everything that you've done for us. I wanted to be able to say this firsthand to you because I have never got to speak to you yet, Goose. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You are very welcome. You are more than welcome.
I just want to say, and how much gratitude and how much love I have for you guys.
Thank you.
What you guys done for us and what you guys do for everybody out in the community.
Thank you. I appreciate
that a lot.
that really means a lot to me. Because and I'll talk to Cody a little bit later and let him know what's going on and certain stuff. Justin knows about it. My friend Boland don't know about it because I was afraid he would actually go attack the guy. So, there is a hater there, but
it wasn't fun. I'll say that much.
It really means a lot that you said that to me because, I have not been stressed this week, but I've been thinking about, let's just say you can only poke a bear too many times before it slaps the shit out of you. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah.
So,
look, I thought that I'm 5'2" and I'm a whole lot of in your face when it comes down to it, and I don't play. So yeah, I'm not the one. It don't take much to push me to that point.
But that really, really does mean a lot to me. And I really needed to hear that, to help me inside. And thank you for that very much.
Of course. I mean, I support Cody and all the stuff that he's been doing for us. And I mean, he's been tedious after it since the minute go.
Right.
We haven't had it. I mean, our story a little bit, but we haven't had it easy since day one.
Right.
Or at least I haven't. And he has been the God's given grace that I have needed. And I'm so glad that he has finally found someone like you and you guys to commune with, essentially, to learn from and experience things and put our experience out there and maybe, just maybe, help somebody.
Oh, well, you definitely will. I mean, because everyone has a story, and your story, when you overcome stuff, and you've been done wrong by corrupt police officers, and I'll just leave it at that. That your story can help so many people.
Yeah.
And
I talked to so many people out in person about it, and they're like, "Oh no, it's not like that. No." And they'll say, "I'm like, look, y'all, when you go through it, yes, it is all great daisies when it's nothing going on to you." I said, but the minute that there's something wrong and you're not in the wrong or something is done wrong to you, I said, the whole book changes. And that's when you realize, holy hell, I'm standing in the middle of hell.
Yeah.
And you're wondering, who the hell can help me? And everybody's against you. But I at least wanted to say with my own mouth and my own words that I love you guys and I adore y'all. And
I love you.
Thank you guys so much
for
everything.
You are very welcome. Thank you very much. And it is a pleasure to finally talk to you in person.
Right.
You take care of Cody. Cody, you take care of her. And if you guys need anything, you know how to get in contact with me.
Of course. I just want to pop in real quick. Thank you guys. And I'm gonna pop back out.
Thank you very much for taking the time to come on and say hello. And I don't think you realize that as much. Like, we get on here and we joke, and we goof around, we have a good time, but the situation, and like you said, to not get in there, like the situation that someone like that has found themselves in, it's scary, because when the people that are supposed to protect you are the people that are putting you in danger, that's a scary situation. But to have somebody that doesn't know you, doesn't have any reason to stand up for you and say anything, but has the knowledge and experience of those situations to be helpful. When a stranger takes that opportunity to do that for you, it does mean a lot. And, I don't think you'll ever understand how positively you impact people that you do that for, because those are people that probably feel hopeless. They probably feel in a point to where, like, what do you do at this point? And when you give them some help that gives them even 1 inch in the right direction, just one moment of positivity, that gives them some renewed hope, and that gives them the ability to keep fighting for themselves. And then to know that they've got somebody like you fighting with them. Like, when you asked me to do this show, I zero hesitation. My biggest fear was letting you down by not being able to be present enough.
No.
But it was not because of the show. I love the show. I do. I've listened to it since I found it, and went back this week and listened to tons of shows with Cronkite looking for something that didn't exist. But I agreed to do the show because I wanted to hang out with my friend on Sundays.
I love it,
because
man.
you're
I
a
love
good
hanging out
guy,
with you.
and
Thank you.
and I don't think you realize the positive effect you have on a lot of people. I know not everybody, Chinese finger trap docks with you and let you pee in their wiener hole, but it's like a pee transplant.
Yeah.
But you still do positive things for them outside of that.
Right. Well, it's that really means a lot to me, because I've got, and I'll briefly talk about this. I'm not going to mention anybody's name, because I'm not going to give this person, I'm not going to waste the energy or my time on them. But there's someone that I did try to help that doesn't like me. It did not work out. It was my choice to cut ties with them based on some evil things that they said that I took personal. And that person does a lot of stuff on YouTube, and they've tried to get me to come on the past, week. I've not communicated with this person in any shape, form, or fashion, and it has really gotten to them that I've totally ignored them. And hell, there may even be a video, put up after me making this little bitty thing right here. But if you sit in your house and you get in your YouTube room, as you've called it, and you say whatever you want, and you say that you can do that because that's your opinion, then when someone voices their opinion and they do not mention your name, period, they don't mention your name, but you demand they take the videos down that they didn't mention your name in, but they told about what a shitty person you were. If you think you can really say whatever the hell you want to, then shut the fuck up, because I'm going to too.
Well, I mean, you should be able to say whatever you want to say, and you should have that right. You're gonna, I'm not weak-willed enough that an attack on my opinion hurts me. It's still my opinion, and I'm confident in my opinion. But now, if you want some, look, there's been a lot of bad stuff said about me. I don't need any of it taken down because I know who I am, which most of it's just been sent an email. I used to be the master of negative email, but I get what you're saying. Like it's troublesome when you try to, just voice your opinion. And look, there's people I disagree with all the time, and there's people that disagree with me, but I don't want to silence them. You're more than welcome to disagree.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, try to be somewhat respectful about it when you do. I mean, it's out of common decency. Nobody's out here challenging you to a spelling contest. Just try to be decent about it.
You're exactly right. And I didn't want to go this way.
I get why it bothers you. I really do. I get why it bothers you. I tell you why you couldn't stop, because that's the nature of the person you are. You thought because I'll be completely candid about it. You told me about this guy coming on. I said, this is what I've heard. I would not want anything to do with that gentleman. And you even asked me to come on the show. I was like, well, if he's ever back on, I wouldn't want to be on, because that's just from what I've heard and what I know. Like, I don't have any interest in that. But you wanted to do something and try to help somebody that you felt was being bullied and taken advantage of, and you wanted to help them. And I understand that, because that's the type of person you are. You're a good person, and that's not a bad thing. And it didn't work out. And I think in your mind, if it didn't work out and it was all just left alone, you'd do like you've done last time, because I watched you do this once before with somebody and get burnt like crazy. And you were like, oh, man, I done my part. I tried to help. And I think that's what you wanted to do. And, maybe at some point, everybody in the situation will realize that. And I don't know. I hate it. I hate it for you, because I know how much it bothers you. Like, I know that.
Oh, no. Him putting out stuff don't bother me at all.
No, that you tried to help somebody and then
them be pure evil.
Like that sucks. I know.
And I'm not going to say I was played, because I knew, that it was he was like I guess, what's the word for like ticking time bomb, or split personality.
Yeah.
I could tell that, and hell, I've got no reason to lie. I've never lied you know, by trying to help somebody or giving him advice or, you know, my intentions were good. They are good. And just because it didn't work out with you, you know, it does not mean that that's going to stop me from helping people, because you have people like Cody and his wife that I became real good friends with, that I met through TikTok. And that's the first time I've ever talked to her in person. And, you know, I consider them, I'm very close to them. And, you know, I didn't want to even bring this up on the show, you know, and I didn't want to drag you into it.
Well, no, and
you know, and I didn't want to get on here and poison the show.
I don't think it will. Like,
I don't think
it's
it will
best
either,
to address
you know.
it once and understand that, you know, you, regardless of how much people want it to be a part of it, it's not going to be.
Right.
You know, we've addressed it, we've got it out, and then that's it. Like, it's not, you know, because like you said, there's no net positive to that for us. Like,
Right.
there just really isn't.
And you know, you're totally right there. No, I'm not. I just, you know, and if anybody is watching that is interested, and they're like, what the hell is he talking about? You know, just go to the Static and Noise YouTube page, look in the video section, not the shorts, but the videos. And there's a video called Missed Opportunity. Click on that. That will explain everything. And
I thought we was talking about Bobby Akers hating us and us falling out with Spooky family.
No.
Oh, shit. I've been lost for 10 minutes.
We have not fell out with the Spooky family.
I thought they just hate me. They love you.
Yeah, well,
that's what it is.
You wasn't supposed to know that.
I think Bagel likes me.
Oh, Bagel does like me.
Bagel likes me.
So, but, you know, you can go on this guy's, you know, channel and view some videos and Facebook and all that good stuff, you know. But I am going to say again, you know, you can only poke a bear too many times before it slaps the shit out of you. So, and I've said this in a post and on other people's lives that asked me to come on, that wanted me to talk about my father, which I did. If you tell me something in confidence, it's going to stay in confidence. If I tell you something, I am going to do my best to make that happen or keep the truth. Now, if I say I'm not going to poke and make fun of you, or I'm not going to break your confidence, I'm not going to. But I'm not going to allow you to keep poking the bear. So do not make me a liar. Do not make me a liar. But Justin, thank you very much, man. You know, there's a lot more I could say, and I'll tell you when we wrap up. So, Bolin, Lucy, I love you guys. I love everyone watching. Currently, everyone will check out the replay or whatever. If this ends up in somebody else's video, it will be, I will file a copyright thing on it. So just be aware of that before you lose your little precious channel. And there's a lot more that I really want to say right now, but I'm not going to. But I want to thank Lucy, our producer. She always does a great job. Lucy, thank you very much. You definitely do not realize how much you and Bolin mean to me. Please check out her shop and support LN and R Crafts and Things at that URL.
It's a Etsy shop.
Well, yeah. So you didn't?
Yeah.
Did you think I thought the name of the store was URL?
No, I was telling everybody it was an Etsy shop.
Well, I mean, they can see that if they can read.
Well, see, so. I'm looking at I'm sorry.
What?
Because I'm not on my computer.
Okay.
All I can see is the chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you didn't see where I put her link in there.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bolin, there is no way that Bobby is on tour with Clutch. They wouldn't have him. JP, you don't.
Let's click back over there.
Goose is a good dude. I don't, I agree with you completely, Cody. He is a good dude.
Thank you, Cody.
I don't know why I love him so much, but I do. Man, it's hard not. He's hard to not. He's a good friend. He really is. You people don't know me and Bolin personally, and me and Bolin are, yeah, we're not great people.
Yeah, you are.
we're
Yeah,
not.
you are.
We're not easy to be
Yeah,
friends
you are.
with, and Goose is definitely friends with us. Goose and Lucy probably should get some type of award. Elliot definitely. Elliot Spooky deserves an award like no other human being on this planet because he really. I think Goose is mentally prepared for me and Bolin sometimes, but Elliot is not prepared for me and Bolin sometimes. So yeah.
Oh, well, you pretty much said that right. I do want to tell everyone, to remind everyone to be sure also to check out Scientific Fugacity with our friend Luke Fugit. You can hear that on Spotify. And also, let me see.
Hold on a minute.
Yes, go ahead.
Me and you and Luke, we do the Cosruff mirror.
I think that's a good idea.
Let's get into if he really could build something like that, if we could find a way to do it, I would be more than willing to go inside the Cosruff mirror.
Oh, here, if it works, I want to follow you in behind it.
Oh, you're going in behind me. It's always docking her booty place.
But I do again want to thank everyone, and that'll do it for this week. We'll see you next week, and remember, we all have a voice, and together we can change the world.
Don't suck and be good to people.
One day I'm up, the next I'm down. You got my head spinning around and round. Too much confusion.
Listening to Here to Chew Bubblegum 2.0. Be sure to tune in next week.